So, listen, everybody, we are back, and the response has been overwhelming. I know Jordan is wondering what I'm talking about right now, but due to extreme content creator demand, we have decided to do yet another top five list here.
Is that is that what happened? Everyone was
Yes,
demanding top
yeah,
fives.
yes,
But like, can you please?
yeah,
Last episode was way too heavy. Can we please go back to top fives?
yeah. Please, no more social political discussions. Yes, we are back with another exciting top five list, and this week it's going to be our top five comedy TV show list. A few weeks ago, we did top five TV dramas. This week, we are doing top five TV
I
comedies.
watch comedy shows. Look at that. I watch comedies. In fact, I watch so many comedies that I had a really hard time. I say every time we do a top five, I had a really hard time with this list. There's so many I could have put in these spaces.
I'm
Um,
wondering if we have any. I feel like we're going to have
there is probably
one
going
or
to
two.
have, I would guess one or two if
Yeah.
I had to. I would maybe two.
So, yeah, and our standard weekly disclaimer that again, these are not. We're not saying these are
Fuck
the
that
most
noise. This
influential
is up at the Smithsonian of
with
Television
Archie
Museum
Bunker's
thing.
chair. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is influential. Actually,
And the
some
gun
of
that
this is
killed Edith in the later episodes of All in the Family.
the
Was she
gun.
shot? I don't remember what it was. Was
I
she
think you're thinking
killed?
of
Like
Dallas.
Edith died. They killed Edith.
Who killed JR?
Who
Was it
killed
Edith?
Edith?
Archie.
I mean, after so many years.
Archie could only take so much. Archie
It's a
Bunker.
very
Hey,
special
Edith,
All in the
just
Family.
look at the barrel.
You
Okay, it's way
dingbat.
too dark. We're way too awake. This is we usually record this at night, and this is an afternoon, which is probably why we're so hepped up here. So okay,
Yes.
without further
I had an
ado,
energy drink too.
adieu. I will
Yes.
let you take the honors with your number
Me,
five. Yes.
me. Number five. One of the things I think we will agree on, though you
Hmm.
probably will have it someplace else. I put The Office, the United States Office at number five.
Son of a bitch. I do have
Did
it
you
on my
put number
list.
five too? Or is this on your
No,
list? Of course you had this on your list. Now,
I,
I had a hard time with this because
that's what
I
she
think
said,
this show is fantastic. That is what she said.
which is perfectly
Um,
appropriate in this case.
it is. It is. That's what she said. It trying to put together this list, one of the things that I thought about was the quote in High Fidelity when Jack Black is talking about Stevie Wonder, and is
Okay.
it okay to hold someone, a past great musician, for their future crimes? How like his catalog apparently, I guess, fell off. It's like
I'm
The Office was fantastic,
okay.
right? And then Steve Carell decided not to stick around any longer, and they just decided to milk that cow a little bit more.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
as great as this show is, and I love this show, and I came to it late, and I quote it, and I can watch it anytime it's on. At some point, I'm like, it's good, but it's not like, oh my God, The Office in my mind.
Yeah, yeah. So it's really funny you bring that up that the show went on way too long. It's hilarious to me. So okay, it's hilarious to me for many reasons, but one of them is that this show was not a hit when it debuted its first season. It was low
Comedies
ratings.
don't do well, period. In fact, I'm looking at my list. I think almost every single show, except maybe one or two on my list, had historically shitty ratings
Yeah,
and was
this
every year
which
potential for
which makes me
failure.
think we have another one on the list that's the same. This show was not The Office. The U.S. version of The Office was not a hit when it was released. It was very, very close to not even going past season two. It
I
was pretty
forgot
much.
you're the Office historian.
I am actually, which I'll bring up in a second because we're going to spend a little more time on this one than the other ones because we have the same item. So I'm not going to revisit this again at number three. But so anyway, it was on the verge of being canceled, just was not popular at all. And basically, this was one of the first shows for you older folk out there. It became a hit on iTunes. People were buying tons and tons
On
of
the
season.
iTunes.
They were, and they said, "Oh, maybe there's something here." And they renewed it, and then it just took off. But it was if it this is not a joke. If it was not for the amount of college age students, younger people who were buying the show on iTunes, the show probably would not have made it to season three.
The first season, like another show on my list, was rough.
Well,
It was almost like these shows kind of need to breathe a little bit, but people are not
there's oh
letting
God, we could
shows
do a
breathe.
whole episode. We could do a
So we
whole
probably
podcast on The
shouldn't.
Office.
You
But
know what? You're gonna do Office again.
yeah,
So we should jump to your number five.
okay, we'll come
And then we
back. So
can
The
go back.
Office, and then I'll come back. Okay.
Why talk more when
What
less words?
if you?
Good.
Okay, so my number five, which is probably gonna be one that you have, is Seinfeld.
Do not have it.
Okay, it
That
was
is a
a.
show that aged so poorly, in my opinion. Holy shit. You can't watch Seinfeld now because
This
nothing
is
they
my
fucking
pick,
talk
all right?
about. Okay,
This
go
is my
for it.
pick. Thank you. Uh,
It's the afternoon. I'm really wired.
I went back and forth on number five. The other ones, my top four, I got within about 30 seconds. Number five, I debated for about 15 minutes. I like the show. It is very funny. Obviously, it's on my list. I do not think it's perfect as a whole, but there are so many. You know what I think? I won't say that the show is perfect from start to finish, but there are so many individual episodes that are perfect, right? There's the contest, right? You know the contest. I'm assuming you
Yes,
know the contest.
everyone
The
knows the
contest is
contest.
right. The soup Nazi, the puffy shirt, the
Sponge-worthy.
the Chinese restaurant. I mean, there's so many. There's some
Kenny
episodes where
Rogers Roasters.
there's there are plenty of episodes in here that are just okay, it's funny, but whatever, move on. But there's so many
Jerry
iconic
Seinfeld is such
episodes.
a bad actor.
Well, your
He is
mistake is
so
assuming that he's an
terrible.
actor. He's not an
Well,
actor.
he's not. I guess. I'm sorry. He
That's like,
isn't.
oh, Kevin James, Ray Romano. Why are these guys horrible actors? Although Ray Romano's not a horrible actor, but there's
Deborah.
that's just a horrible Ray Romano impersonation. There are so many lines from these episodes that are permanently in popular culture, right? Like you said, what was they're real and they're spectacular, right? The no soup
Yes,
for
yes,
you.
yes.
There are so many. I think this show, TV show, right, rather than a movie, this show is probably one of the top 10 as far as lines that have just worked their way into popular culture.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like, don't get me wrong, I'm not a Seinfeld hater. I just feel like the show didn't age well. It's so much
I mean, you can make that
90s
comment
New
about almost,
York.
yeah,
And I almost feel like it's the kind of show that maybe people who didn't live in the Northeast would be like, this show does nothing for me because it's
yeah,
so New York. It's
yeah.
so New York.
It also came in an era where the majority of people were still watching it on network television, right? They didn't have 5,000
Yeah,
options.
or
We
you
were
got
like,
to set that
hey,
VCR if you
no,
wanted
but I
to cat miss.
mean, you had what on a Friday night, whatever. I think it was a Thursday night show, right? But you probably at any given point, unless you were watching a recording of something you already taped, right? You probably had about 20 choices. That was it. Like, all right,
I
Seinfeld.
remember. I was there.
Not to take away from it, but I think if it was a show that came out now, I'd be like, well, hey, there's so
It
much
was
noise, right? But
This was a show that came out now, it would be the same situation of The Office, where it's like, won't they
yeah,
renew it on a regular basis? Because it was allowed to have shitty episodes because no one cares. Nowadays, people are like, it's a filler
well,
episode. It didn't drive the plot anywhere. It's like, shut the fuck up.
I'd also argue that the supporting characters, in my opinion, subjective opinion, are better than the main character. Newman is a classic
100%.
character. Kramer is a classic character.
Elaine,
George, right?
George,
George's dad
oh,
is why
Jerry
can I think of it?
Stiller,
Yes, Jerry Stiller. Um, his mom. I mean, they're more entertaining. Jerry's the least entertaining person
the
on this
least
show.
entertaining, 100%. 100%.
Yeah, but like I said, I like the show. I enjoyed it a lot. It is by far not my favorite show, but I at the same time, recognize it for being a landmark show in TV comedy, and it's still got some great individual episodes that are phenomenal in my opinion. But okay,
All
number four,
right.
back to you.
Number four,
Number four,
Parks and Recreation,
have never seen it.
starring Amy Poehler, Chris Pratt, Rob Lowe, Adam Scott. I'm going to call him Ron Swanson, but
Drew
that's
Scott
not his
or
name.
Adam Scott?
Adam Scott, Aubrey Plaza, Retta. This show is so the show basically had a similar setup of as The Office, where it was a talking to the camera show. And I think at one point they actually explained, or they were going to explain why there was a camera, and I don't think they ever did. I could be mistaken. This show, the reason why I put this above The Office is because they knew when to wrap it up, so to speak.
Wrap it up. Well, you
When
should
you,
always wrap it up, Jordan.
yes, public
For
service
you
announcement.
kids
That's
listening
that's
out
our
there.
sponsor out there.
Yes,
Um,
this is going out to Durex and Trojan. Yes, please wrap it up.
um,
Continue.
this show had it's so absurd and funny, and there's just so many moments. Like Ron Swanson is just this libertarian
Nick
character.
Offerman,
Nick Offerman, that thank you. I'm
who
so
I
upset I
will
forgot.
argue is the actual best actor. of this
Nick
cast. But
Offerman is amazing as Ron Swanson. He is just so funny. Again, another show where you have to get through season one, and then once you get through season one, it hits its stride.
yep.
But it's just the characters are great. The the cast, both Amy Poehler and the supporting cast, just wonderful. It had a lot of heart. It didn't have like no one was a dick or a weirdo like Michael Scott was in The Office, where at first
Yeah.
you're like,
Yeah.
he's just a cringy guy. There's no like cringiness to it. It just was someone who just wanted to like be the best damn government worker that they possibly could be, kind of thing. And it was just
Those do those people exist? Sorry, I'm just kidding.
apparently
If
not
anybody's a
now.
government worker out there, we apologize. We're just joking. Sorry.
Some
Don't
government
don't
workers for
audit us.
sure. And that was Matt who
Yeah.
said that. Um,
My taxes are
but
up to
yeah,
date.
it was it's just a heartwarming show. You watch it, you just a feel good show. It's a feel good show to me.
I mean, I'll have to take your word for it because I've never seen it. Full disclosure, I've never seen it. I mean, I've seen probably the bits and pieces of like three total episodes. So, I mean, I've really, in effect, I've never seen it, but I've heard many good things from people who do also love The Office. And I'm going to preface this by saying this is probably unjustified, but it is what it is. I've always had this weird bias towards this show because I don't know. I love The Office, and I was one of the like five people who watched it from episode one, which I'll talk about again in a second. But I always felt like The Office was shit on, part of my French, when it first came out, and everybody thought the show was stupid and horrible, and nobody understood why it was funny when it first came out. And then everybody wanted to copy it, and it rubbed me the wrong way that they're like, "Oh, this show that nobody liked, let's just copy it. Oh, it's so fun." I don't know. It feels like they took the format and just pulled it out and plugged it in somewhere else. But again, I've
Here's
never
one
seen it. I've never
quote,
seen it.
and then we can move on. This
Okay.
is Ron Swanson.
Yeah.
When people get too chummy with me, I
Uh-huh.
like to call them by the wrong name to let them know I don't really care about them.
It's unfair. I preface it by saying it's unfair. It's unjustified. So, not to be confused with Justified, which is a great show on FX, starring
Yeah.
Timothy Olyphant and Walton Goggins. Okay. Okay. Anything else you want to say about Parks and Rec?
Uh,
Okay. So
no,
my
I
number
love
four.
it. Well, I was
Okay.
trying to find more funny quotes, but no, number four.
Okay. My number four, I thought you might have this maybe later on your list. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
I don't have it on my list. I have
Have
seen
you?
bits and
Okay. I was
pieces.
going to ask
I
that.
haven't seen it completely, but I've watched episodes. I'll shut up so you can talk.
I would maybe not accurately, but this is my personal take on it. This is like Seinfeld if you put the show on crack and it felt like a fever dream at the same time. That is kind of the way I would explain it. And sometimes I do love this show. This is another show that I started watching in season one. The show can be a little over the top for me. Sometimes, I mean, there is over the top, which is great, but it's just over the top times 10. But 99 times out of 100, I think the show is just amazing. I love how, I don't know if you know the origin story. I'll give it a quick story. They really came from nothing. They filmed an episode basically with a camcorder, right? With an actual cassette.
Good for them.
Self-funded it. It got its way to FX and they picked it up off that
The
VHS, basically
show,
camcorder.
every single episode or clip I have seen of the show, I laugh at.
I mean,
Now,
because
I've seen episodes, but I haven't sat down and watched all of them because there's 90s. It's like it's running on like The Simpsons.
you've let the hill get so high, it's just impossible.
Yes, it's like The Simpsons, but it's like because of the implication.
Do you know that? Have you seen that episode?
Yes,
You
I've
just-
seen
okay.
I've seen. So that's the thing. Like I've seen the episode
You
with
wouldn't though. It's
Rob
just
Thomas and Sinbad.
that's me.
You
That's
talk
my
about
headshot.
fever dream.
Yeah, that's my headshot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Charlie Day is amazing. The whole cast is amazing. Rob McElhenney, right? Yeah, they're all amazing. Danny DeVito. Oh, so in season one, Danny DeVito was not in the show, and it got much better when they added him in season two. But every character on the show from top to bottom is nuts, but in the best way possible. But
You haven't thought of the smell, you stupid bitch.
bird, I can't even. There's so many lines that are jumping in my head that I
I,
realize I cannot say that. Uh,
and I'm just
I,
going for it. Any line that comes to mind,
I
I'm just
also
saying
love
it.
how, for the most part, I mean, like there's the McPoyles and some of those people are crazy, right? But for the most part, I feel like it's funny to me that for the outside of the gang, pretty much everyone is normal, but they're just batshit crazy. Like for the most part, there's this insane group of small people that are insane and crazy, but the outside
Yes,
world around them is just normal because of the
yes.
indication.
Yes, yeah. That I think that's what makes it work. The fact that the world is not populated by people who are all
Yes.
insane.
Yes, because it wouldn't work. It
Their
wouldn't work that way.
their insanity is highlighted by how everyone else is like, what the hell is wrong with these people?
Please tell me you have seen the episode called Flowers for Charlie.
I don't know it's by episode
Okay, so
title.
you know Flowers for Algernon, right?
Yes.
So they made episode called Flowers for Charlie, which is basically Charlie gets picked to take part in a scientific experiment where they say you take this pill, it's going to make you intelligent, and then you know Charlie, right, on the show,
Yes, yes,
obviously.
yes. Milk steaks.
He starts learning man, he thinks he's learning Mandarin, he's learning two languages at the same time. He's reading like 500-page novels. He becomes a genius. The waitress is he's not even interested in the waitress anymore. He's like doing chess while he's learning languages, right? This whole thing. But it turns out they gave him some placebo and he's not really doing anything. He just, and then he goes back to being stupid again. It's hilarious. If you've never seen it, you should watch it. That specific
Yes,
episode, it's amazing.
I'll
Is
have to
my,
watch that one.
for anybody out there who's like, I've seen some, if you're a huge fan, you know this episode, but if you're like a casual watcher,
Yeah,
like
I've been
watch this episode.
casual.
It's a classic. It's my favorite. There's always the Nightman comment, but this is my favorite. So, okay. Anyway,
Oh,
that's my
yes.
number four. We'll go to your number three. Take it
My
away.
number three.
Number three.
There's always money in the banana stand. Um, Arrested Development is my
Never
number
seen it.
three.
Never seen it.
Another, and now people might be listening and being like, the guy gave him the office shit for falling off, and meanwhile, Arrested Development had like two seasons on Netflix that were complete messes.
Right.
But when this show was on, when it was running with the full cast, it was fucking phenomenal. Like it's so absurd, so smart, so ridiculous. Ron Howard as the narrator for, whom I'm trying to think, Jason Bateman.
How many seasons did
Uh,
they bring it back for? Because it was a reboot.
I
Well,
think it
not a
was
reboot. They
two.
just continued it, right?
They
Netflix.
did
Yeah.
one. They did one season on. They did one not. I think they did two on Netflix. One of them
Okay.
was a season where apparently none of the cast was really around at the same time, so it had like four or five stories
Okay.
where like only part of the cast were together, but you didn't like
Okay.
they made it where like, oh, this one's doing this thing and this one's doing that thing. So it
Oh,
didn't
yeah,
really
yeah, yeah,
feel
yeah, yeah, yeah.
coherent. But
Disjointed.
yeah, but you have like Jessica Walters, rest in peace. She played the matriarch of the family who has so much money that she just doesn't know how much could a banana cost? $12? Like it's just has no idea the
Like
fate.
it's very Bill Gates-esque.
Yes, yeah, they're just completely out of touch with everything. They had this whole thing with Buster Bluth, and there's this reoccurring character of a doctor who just tells news, but in a terrible way. It's like they bring Buster into the hospital,
Uh-huh.
and they're like, "Don't worry." Well, oh, you know, he comes over. He's like, "I just want to let you know your son is going to be all right." And I'm like, "Oh, thank God, he's okay." He's like, "Wow, I didn't think you would take this news so well." It's like you said he's all right. It's like, "Oh no, he lost his left hand. He's going to be all right." Um, it's
Bum, bum, bum.
but I'm bump.
I
It's
I've never
David
seen it.
Cross as
I've never seen
Tobias,
it.
who's part of a never nude group. They're people who never get nude, so he wears like these tiny little jean shorts underneath all his clothes.
I
He covers
I
himself in blue to be the Blue Man Group. And he's like, I'm afraid I blew myself.
I tried to watch this. I try. I mean, some of my favorite shows in any genre, or even movies, actually have been things that I, on my first try, just whatever, it didn't connect to me. I mean, there's probably about six or seven things like that. So I did try to watch. I think I made it through an episode and a half years ago, probably 5, 6 years ago, and I didn't hate it. I just was like, whatever,
Yeah,
and then didn't
yeah,
finish it. But I've heard countless. It's always on a top like 20 list, top 10 list.
yeah. It's very funny.
Is
I
it on
would.
Netflix now?
It is. It is.
Maybe I'll try it again. I'm always looking for something funny. But yeah, I can't add to your commentary
That's
because I've
fine.
never watched it. So, but
That's
I've
fine.
heard great things. I do want to watch it because everybody says Carl Weathers is on the show, right? And he's hilarious.
Yeah. See, I mean, it's not a
Yeah, not a major role. Yeah,
major
yeah,
role.
yeah,
He
yeah,
just
yeah.
shows up every once in a
I
while.
just RIP Carl Weathers, who I think is awesome. But okay,
And
anything
Jessica
else?
Walters,
Oh yes.
R.I.P.
Anything
All
else you
right.
want to say about this one?
No, no, just a
So
good show.
my number three is going to be super quick because we already talked about it for about 5 minutes. The Office, my number three. Thanks for stealing that.
You're welcome.
I did like the UK. So I actually saw the UK one before this one. So I knew you were talking about the uneven season one, right? And one of the things I was going to say before was that obviously everybody knows this at this point, right? But episode one was a basically line for line remake of episode one of the UK version, right? I mean, it's
Yeah.
almost verbatim. I knew that going in, so I wasn't caught off guard, right? But that's one thing, right? They just copied the show. So they only had 6 episodes in season one, and one of them wasn't even there. So they only really had 5 episodes. But another thing is they I think they tried to, have you seen the UK version?
No, I watched like 2 episodes and I just
Very,
wasn't.
yeah. I think they
I
tried to.
like UK shows.
I
I
do
just
too.
couldn't get into that because for me anyway, it just was so specific, it felt like, to
Yes, yes, yes,
that
yes.
world.
Um, but yeah, Michael. I mean, it is what it is, right? Michael Scott is kind of an asshole in season one, and the creators, to their credit, right, realize that this is not going to work, right? He has to be likable, right? He can't. We're not going to change him completely. But they gave him hair plugs.
Yeah,
They really did. Steve Carell got hair plugs if you watch season one, but
I
they
should
did
get hair
decide to
plugs.
make
I have to get a lot of them now. I'm
I
really
think that's
bald,
called
guys.
a scalp plug.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So they decided to make him more likable, and the show took off, right? But yeah, to kind of back up what you said too, the post Steve Carell seasons are dog shit. I don't care. I'll just say this is my subjective opinion. I think they're horrible. Season 2 through 6, in my opinion, is perfect cringe television. I mean,
yes.
it's basically flawless. It's like a flawless 5-year run
It's so
of
good.
television.
It is so good when it's good.
But I will toot my own horn. I was, like I said, episode
Please
one,
don't.
season
Not on
one.
camera. Don't do that.
I watched it live, and I always bring this up because it's like one of the few things I have to talk about. But
So
uh,
sad.
I remember watching it with my wife and my in-laws. There's about 6 of us, that live episode, right? First episode, season one. And I was the only one laughing. And there was not a, not a chuckle, not a
There
smirk.
was not a dry eye
They
in the house.
all looked at me. I was laughing hysterically. They looked at me. They're thinking, "Are you marrying this person?" Because my father even said to me, he never listens, but he looked at me and he said, "Do you find this funny?" I said, "I find this hilarious. I don't understand why you don't find it funny." But I was ahead of the curve. I was
Out of
on
the curve.
episode one, so screw everybody
Take
else.
that.
Okay, but I'll just say that, and we'll stop because we talked about The Office a lot here. So number
All right.
two for you, what do you have?
Number
Good start.
two,
Number two.
Faulty Towers.
Oh, same show,
Faulty
same
Towers.
spot.
Yes.
Same show, same
I
spot.
love I don't
John
remember.
Larroquette is a genius. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait.
Nick Cannon's my dad now. No. Faulty Towers.
Yeah.
Number
Speaking of
two.
shows that some things have not aged as well.
This is so the thing about this show, I remember I used to work during college at Barnes and Noble, and I would always see this DVD, and I would
Okay.
always see it just sitting there with the back then Barnes and Nobles had like
Do you want to
devoted
explain to the
music
kids
and
what the
DVD
DVDs are?
things. It wasn't in the cage, but not at this point. But um, I just kept seeing. I'm like, what the hell is this? And
Yeah.
eventually, I ended up watching it. I own it on DVD. Just every episode is just like perfect.
It is perfect.
Just
And
every episode is perfect. I mean, my personal favorite, which I'm not going to start quoting, is don't bring up the war. When the Germans come to to the hotel,
you
and
started?
he's
No, I didn't. Yes, you did. You invaded Poland.
and he's goose stepping back and forth.
Who's this then?
That's,
Dude, Jimmy Cagney. Jimmy Cagney.
I know nothing,
Yes.
but absolutely love the show. When I'm trying to find the quote now. I
I
wanted to do
own
it before
this
the
is not a joke. I own a my brother owns it too, my mother owns it too. We all own it. I own the physical paperback of the complete script of the show. I read the scripts of the show. I know every line of the show inside and
the
out.
the
I love
hanging
this show.
tower, the hanging
The Hanging Gardens of
gardens.
Babylon.
He's prancing majestically across
Wildebeest.
wildebeest. If anyone listening has not seen Faulty Tower, it is a masterpiece.
Yes, yes. I mean, and it's only so Flight Towers. There are some bits on the show that haven't aged well, but I don't care. At its core, it's hilarious. It's still perfect. This is another show. This is a show that when my wife and I first started dating 20 years ago plus, but I watched it with her, and the first time she again looked at me like I was insane, and then over the years she now it's on her favorite list. She loves the show too, right? But it's only 2 seasons. It's only 12 episodes. John Cleese did write it with well. it's funny. So do you know he was married to Polly in real life, right?
Yes, yes,
In
yes.
season one, they were married. They got divorced in between season one and season two, but they still wrote it together and finished it in season two because I think there's about 3 years. I think it was like 73 and 76 or 76 and 79. But there's a few years in between. But the writing, it's all in a script. There is nothing where it's, a improvise. I mean, it's just perfect, right? And
And
it's
you
so
wouldn't
it's so
and
fat, rapid fire, rapid fire,
the
rapid fire.
scene from with that same scene about the hanging
Hmm.
gardens of
Mrs. Richards,
Babylon.
that's Mrs.
Yes,
Richards. Yeah.
when Mrs. Richard, every time she turns around and he like acts like he's gonna kill her. I have done that to people. So basically this character is an annoying pain in the ass who's staying at the hotel, and Basil Fawlty is, well, he's John Cleese pretty much. And
Yes.
every time she turns her back and he follows her, he'll like act like he's shooting her with an arrow, act like he's shooting with her gun, like
There's a
just.
yes.
And
There's
I've
a
done the arrow to people as they've turned around, like,
there's a great line. So in this episode, um, Basil bets on a horse, which his wife does not want. They don't tell you why, but the implication is that he's had gambling problems in the past, right? But he wants to bet on the horse. He doesn't want his wife to know, so he has Manuel, who's their sort of bellboy, butler, whatever, right, general worker, go place the bet for him. He wins a ton of money, but he does it behind his wife's back, and she starts to get suspicious of him, right? And she says to him at one point, "You know what I'll do, Basil, if I find out you were betting on that horse, right?" And he goes, "You have to sew him back on first." we, we said it all. I mean, I quote that whole show. I love this show. There is zero fat in the dialogue. There is zero fat in the show. It's just
I mean,
com
these
comedic perfection.
John
Period.
Cleese, and by extension, I'll give it out obviously to his wife as well. Well, his ex-wife in the show, but John
Connie
Cleese
Booth. Yeah, her name is Connie Booth. Yeah.
and also a big fan of Monty Python. These are guys who are like study. They're like professors of comedy. Like
Yes.
like you said, there's no everything is just meticulously worded for, I don't know, maximum funny. I know
It's
this sounds
perfect writing. It's
stupid, but
from
that's
a yes. The writing is perfect, like I said, and I've literally read the scripts numerous times, and it's all in the script. It's just perfect. It's an amazing piece of comedic writing. The only in quote critique I'll give is that sometimes the laugh track is just I don't need it. It's too loud, but whatever.
yes,
It's a 70s
yes,
thing. It's whatever. It is what it is.
yes, yes, yes.
But I love the show. Oh my God, yeah. We should do a whole episode on Folded Towers, but
Uh,
whatever.
I'll happily rewatch that.
We should do it and just rank the episodes and go in order. That's all.
But
All right.
maybe. All
Anything
right.
else you want to say about Faulty Towers?
No.
I don't remember even you brought it up, right? So it's my number two. So I'll go, I guess, to my number one because we had the
Sure. I
same.
think I know what your number one is. So
Do you
let's
want to
see.
guess?
No, no, I don't want to take away the
All right.
the
My
pomp and
number one,
circumstance.
which I'm sure you're right that you know what I'm going to pick. It is Curb Your Enthusiasm by
Exactly.
the and I mean this sincerely, the king of comedy, one of the funniest human beings on planet Earth, Larry David.
That was actually Sinbad.
Sinbad used to be funny.
Second, I'm making two Sinbad references in this
I
episode. I like
I
Sinbad, but
I mean this with complete sincerity, which I know I even use that phrase about 100 times a week. This show is tailor made for you and your sensibility and your sense of humor. The fact that you have not watched this is
I've
mind blowing
watched
to me.
I've watched a handful of episodes of season one.
Season one is so my first line in my notes is season one is uneven, right? My wife, who has actually watched Curb with me probably 3 times from start to finish, has even said I don't like season one. She almost wants to skip season one, start two. But once it hits season two, it's like a 5 out of 10 in season one, then it goes to about 100 out of 10
I
in
have
season
to
two. It just
ask,
takes off.
there's a certain someone who's in this show. And I have to wonder if is she in a lot of it.
who, who are you referring to?
His wife in the show, who's married
Oh,
to.
oh God, oh God. Oh, Cheryl Hines. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, she's his wife, so she's in a decent. I mean, it's fine. It's fine.
I know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've watched most of season one. It's on HBO
You can
Max.
honestly
I've
skip.
laughed at every single thing I've watched. I'll skip season one. I have no problem
I'll tell you.
skipping season
I'll put
one.
it this way. I have watched it. I think I'm not kidding. I think I've seen it from start to finish 3 or 4 times. After you watch it, like so, I don't need to watch season one anymore, right? I don't. It's not horrible, but if you start, but the jump in quality from season one to season two, it's not even measurable, right? It's just
Well,
that
then
it's
let's do that.
amazing. There's just no planet, there's no universe where this show will not make you laugh.
I've
It,
laughed at every single thing I've seen on this.
it gets better and better every season. To me, it's the best comedy of all time. It's everything Seinfeld honestly wished it could be, with basically no censors and better storylines. a lot.
and mostly made up, right? I mean, this was like, wasn't the whole premise of the show is like it's not really scripted, or they just have ideas like, okay, this is where we're gonna
So
be, and then they
there's a
kind
ton
of
of improv, you know, and as the show went on, they started to have more, you know, linear season long plots. You know, and early on it was kind of like, hey, episode one is by itself, episode two is by itself. I mean, there's still a few of those scattered throughout, but it starts to have season long, you know, season three, season four, and on, right? They have kind of, hey, there's an overall plot for the whole
I
season,
might
but
just skip one and jump back
just
into
start
it.
with season two. You don't you won't miss anything. There's a few gems in there, but it's not like the end of the world. I think it would make a big difference. But a lot of people say this show proves that Larry David was the brains behind Seinfeld because
Wasn't he?
I think so. He made Seinfeld and then he made this, and he's still funny. And Jerry Seinfeld hasn't done anything afterwards. But there's so much improvisation on the show. Um, yeah, yeah. Just watch. I don't know. I
I
mean,
will.
if you've seen it,
I'll
if you've
start
seen
watching season
Curb, you
two.
know what it is. I don't even need to say anything to you. It's just the perfect comedy. It's just everything. It's just the culmination of perfect comedy in one TV show. But just watch it. I'm telling you, you're gonna watch it and finish and be like, "Yeah, you were right. I should have watched this years ago." It's just amazing. Skip season one, forget it. Just
I'm gonna
start
do
season
that.
two.
I'm gonna do that.
It's fucking hilarious. It's the funniest thing you'll ever watch in your life, in my subjective opinion. Period.
It has to be subjective because it's not my number one. So
It's just
obviously,
there's so many things I want to talk to you about, but I can't because you haven't seen it and I don't want to ruin them.
all right, I'll watch
Just
it.
watch it and then we'll report
I'll
back.
watch. And well,
Okay.
yes,
Kirby Enthusiasm number one. We'll let you wrap it up here with a few minutes left.
my number one
Real
is
Housewives of Atlanta.
no Rhode Island. No, it's Schitt's Creek.
Oh,
This
okay.
show, Dan Levy, the late great Catherine O'Hara,
Yeah,
uh,
yeah.
um, Chris Elliott,
Of
obviously
Cabin Boy
Dan
fame.
Levy
Yeah.
of Cabin. These pipes are
Just so you know,
clean.
you said Dan Levy
Um,
twice, but it's fine.
yeah, no, I thought I said Eugene Levy, didn't
Oh,
I?
did you? Okay, sorry.
Yeah. Annie Murphy.
What
This
you
show
want, Jim, is someone
has
to hit the
been
ball back to you. You do want someone to hit the ball back to you, don't you?
has this show is it's funny, it's sweet, it's touching. There's so much heart to it, but it is so fucking funny. The lines, the delivery. I quote that. I mean, Catherine O'Hara playing this over the top matriarch of Moira Rose, who has an accent that you it doesn't exist anywhere on the earth.
Right, right.
Um, uh, and some of the lot like the back and forth bickering between the siblings of David and Alexis.
Hmm.
It's just it's I mean it for me it just was I watched it like straight like I just decided one day I was going to start it and I just like devoured the entire series to the point where when I was done with it I was just
Are they
sad that
30
it
minute
was
episodes?
over. Yes, they're very short. They're like 20, 30, like they're 22 minutes. I mean, they're
Okay.
regular
It wasn't was it
sitcom
a,
thing.
not that it matters, but was it a, like a Netflix streaming show or was it a
No, no.
TV
I
show?
mean, I don't know where it came originally. I do know that
I
I
never
mean
saw, oh,
it's
so I should preface it by
Canadian.
saying I never watched the whole thing.
It's Canadian. You can get it. It looks like you can get it on
Oh, hey.
either Hulu or HBO Max. But it was just such a
Oh, CBC
sweet,
television. Okay.
funny
Canadian Broadcasting
show.
Company.
It's very difficult to. I mean, it obviously is a comedy. I mean, there's a whole thing with Moira uh, getting a job and to act again, and she's
Look at
like playing like
Calvin.
the mother of
Calvin got a
crows.
job. Sorry.
It's
Way to go, Calvin.
just like they've like fold in the cheese. Just just fold in the cheese. If you say fold in one more time, I can't give you everything. It says here you have to fold in the cheese. But this is your recipe. You should be able to tell me what it
I
means.
I
Like,
feel like this is an embarrassing hole on my watch list because so my wife has actually seen it. She loved it. It was one of
eat glass.
it was one of those things where she started and then I was like, yeah, maybe I'll start. And then you know, I waited and waited and she was
Make
on
them
season
watch it.
three. And I'm like,
It
I'm not gonna start on season three. And then she
so,
kind of finished it. I think I tried to watch
oh,
one or two and
so good.
it felt I'll say
It's
this, like I've seen like 30 minutes of like a six season show. It felt too absurdist to me, but I haven't watched it.
it,
I haven't.
there are I mean, it comes back. But I mean, the place is called Schitt's Creek.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah, yeah,
mean,
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, it's kind of in the, it's already, it's
and
in
the
the title.
guy and Chris Elliott plays Roland Shit. So it's his family's like it's named after them. He's the mayor. it is absurd, but
Uh,
you have Canadian comedy
yeah, yeah,
icons, and Dan
yeah.
Levy's writing is just fucking phenomenal. He
I
just, I
think he's
mean,
hilarious in the things
he
that
is
I've
so
seen him in.
funny. He has
Yeah,
a new show on Netflix I have to watch. I
I
haven't
know
watched it
that's on
yet,
my list. I know I can't remember. I
but
know exactly what you're talking about, but I haven't watched it yet. Yeah,
but
I know what you're talking about.
I would suggest you give it a chance. I'm sure your wife would be happy to watch a couple episodes again because the show is that good that I would love to be able to. It's a kind of show where I wish I could watch it again for the
Yeah,
first time.
that's how I feel about, yeah, every show on my top list here. But
Yeah.
no, that's on my list. I need to check that out. But all right, anything else you want to say here before we wrap up?
Um, no, I don't, not on my top five. I mean, obviously this is all objective, so I apologize for those who didn't have anything that are on our list, which means you have terrible taste.
Yes,
Though there were many I had to leave off my list,
I had. You have a
unfortunately.
quick? Can you spit it out quick? An honorable mention?
One honorable mention, I
A
love
quick honorable mention. Okay,
30 Rock I loved. I'm actually
that's
currently
enough. That's
watching
good. We're good.
Abbott. Oh, okay. Never
I'm
mind.
just kidding. I'm just kidding. Go ahead, real quick. Go ahead.
I'm watching Abbott Elementary. I find it hilarious, but I wouldn't be able to throw it on here
It's
because I
very
haven't
different if
finished it.
you. Yeah.
So,
My
what about
honorable
you?
mention, real quick, is this is the one that was really back and forth about six times between Seinfeld and this one was is Silicon Valley.
Okay, I know what you're talking about. I haven't watched that show either. I just
Hilarious.
recently have been able to watch certain shows that are held behind paywalls because I
Oh, there you
have
go.
subscriptions to them now.
There you go.
So, I
Subscriptions.
mean it. If you hear me, I know you're listening.
They're always listening.
FCC?
Big
Oh,
Brother's always listening.
yes.
Yeah, Silicon Valley is great. If you haven't seen it, watch it. But okay, I think we're pretty much out of time here. So what did we have? We both had The Office, and we both had Faulty Towers. So we had
Yeah.
all right. We
We're
had
pretty, you know,
we're
there's a
pretty
reason
good.
I guess we're friends. Look at
That's
that.
right. All right. You need to check out Curb. I need to check out Schitt's
Like
Creek.
everything on my list except the two
Yeah, yeah, basically.
that.
Not only did we not have the same ones, I didn't even know any. Okay, I haven't watched any of them. All right.
All
We
right,
want to thank
everyone.
everybody. Movies, music, and middleage.com is the website. From there, you can get to Apple, Spotify, YouTube, as always, right? Recommend us to a friend, like, subscribe,
Lemonparty.com.
follow.
Don't go there. Don't do that. I changed my mind.
Tune in next week. We're going to do a top five Tom Green show episodes. I'm just
My
kidding,
bum is
but
on the chair.
this is the Tom Green show. All right. All right, everybody.
All
Good
right.
journey.
Good
Bye.
journey. Bye.